Well, WrestleMania 30. Well, this is going to be my review and results. So, WrestleMania 30, the 30th WrestleMania. Very unbelievable. Something that Vince McMahon started back in 1984. Went on to become a worldwide phenomenon. And it is very cool. Took place in New Orleans, Louisiana at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, or Silverdome. If you're a Hulk Hogan fan, probably want to call it Silverdome. We'll get to that later. And it broke a record. It is the highest grossing event at the Superdome, with 75,167 fans sold out. So very cool there. So we'll get this started with the results. And the pre-show was a fatal four-way tag team elimination match between the Usos, who were the champions, Los Matadores, the Real Americans, and Rybaxel. A good match overall. Usos came out with a victory to reclaim their tag team titles, which is very good for them, being the sons of Rikishi. So, very good for them. I'm sure with a proud dad somewhere watching it, maybe there, I don't know. So that was the pre-show. And on to the main card. What a match card this was. First match, Daniel Bryan versus Triple H. Whoever wins gets to be in the WWE World Heavyweight Championship triple threat match between Randy Orton and Batista. And it was a great match. Daniel Bryan and Triple H just kept gaining momentum back and forth. Stephanie McMahon, she did not interfere. I do not think so. Which is very surprising. And Daniel Bryan and Triple H were great in the match. Triple H, he may be a heel, but he will always be one of my favorites, probably many other people's favorites. And he definitely made an entrance, a very awesome entrance, again, on the grandest stage of them all. Like I said, they kicked each other's asses, and Daniel Bryan became the winner. And after the match, of course, Stephanie McMahon came in there, started slapping Daniel Bryan across the face. Daniel Bryan had a smile on his face until Triple H came in there, kaboom, knocked the hell out of him, hit him with a pedigree, and, well, Daniel Bryan was pretty hurt after that. They were trying to do it so he wouldn't have any momentum going into the triple threat match. But overall, it was a great match. Moving on to the next match, which I really wish this one lasted a little bit longer. I mean, come on. The Divas Championship match lasted longer than this. It is the six-man tag team match between The Shield versus Kane and the New Age Outlaws. Of course, the New Age Outlaws, bringing them back over February, I think it was. No, it was January. And they will always be one of our favorite tag teams of all time. Oh, you didn't know. And even though they turned heel when they turned on CM Punk, and onto that, some people cheered them, some people booed them, but most people cheered because of their legacy. So this match was great. The Shield have really been making a name for themselves lately. I mean, Roman Reigns probably being the most powerful member of the Shield, and he's just awesome. They're all awesome. So, the Shield came out with a victory, defeating Kane and the New Age Outlaws, and it was just a 3-minute match. Like I said, the Divas Championship match lasted even longer, which was very disappointing. But overall, it was a good, quick match. And the Shield are just good. That's all I have to say. Next match is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and whoever wins this gets the Andre the Giant Memorial Trophy, which a lot of people were pulling for the Big Show because his whole career he has been compared to Andre the Giant. And I admit I was going for the Big Show. And this was a very cool match. I mean, I think it was 30 superstars that just covered the whole ring. All of them in the ring, and started off with some very quick eliminations with the smaller opponents. Kofi Kingston, very impressive. He saved himself from being eliminated in a very impressive way by thrown over the top rope, and he very well could have hit his head on the steel steps, but he avoided it and fell on his back, and his feet did not hit the floor, so he got to get back in the ring even though he was eliminated. And the final minutes of this match came down to Big Show versus Cesaro, or Antonio Cesaro, whichever you want to call him. And seemed like fans kept going back and forth, cheering Big Show or cheering Cesaro. I mean, these are two very impressive athletes. Cesaro will probably be a very great star in the near future. And Cesaro ended up winning by lifting Big Show over his back and throwing him over the top rope to be the victor. And he got the Andre the Giant Memorial Trophy, and it was a very proud moment for him. Big Show shook his hand, which was a great sign of sportsmanship. And, well, Cesaro's the winner. Good for him. He will be a great superstar in the future, I hope, as he is a very impressive wrestler. And when he lifted Big Show over his shoulder, that actually kind of reminded me of when Hulk Hogan body slammed Andre the Giant. It was a very cool moment for him. And the next match, John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. Cena fighting for his legacy. And Bray Wyatt, the whole match just wanted to unleash the inner monster in John Cena. There were a few times when John Cena got really ferocious and almost slammed Bray Wyatt with the steel steps, but he stopped himself because, well, you know Cena, hustle, loyalty, respect, mainly loyalty, with little kids watching, and the ref saying, "No, Cena, this isn't you." But anyway, I do not think Luke Harper or Eric Rowan got involved in the match, was a shock. But John Cena came out with a victory to keep his legacy alive. So John Cena, my personal favorite, won. And great match, pretty good match, especially John Cena, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. It's a very proud moment for him to get another WrestleMania victory, which his record is 10-3, I think. Pretty sure. Bray Wyatt, very, very impressive in the match, which he is a very talented superstar. You can't deny that. John Cena kind of celebrated with all the fans, his dad in the front row, and great moment. Do I even want to talk about this next one? I have to. It's the review. Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. Undertaker going into the match with a 21-0 record at WrestleMania, and Undertaker making a very awesome entrance with 21, actually 22 coffins lined up, because the 22 said Brock Lesnar on them. All the coffins had the name of all the superstars that he beat at WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar being 22 on that coffin. Very great match. Very, very great match by both competitors. Undertaker, I mean, he is 49 years old. I mean, he's not as buff as he used to be, but he still has it in him. But Brock Lesnar hit him with 3 F5s. Undertaker, I think he only got just 1 tombstone on Brock Lesnar. It wasn't a very impressive tombstone, not the best one I've ever seen, because he didn't get him quite lifted over him. And Brock Lesnar kicks out of it, and I was like, oh no. And then Paul Heyman did not get involved, very shocking. And Undertaker going for another tombstone. Brock Lesnar countered it and hit Undertaker with a 3rd F5. And as the ref counted 1, 2, 3. Probably one of the most shocking moments in WWE history. The Undertaker's streak ends. As even Paul Heyman was shocked. I mean, the whole dome was just silent, with everyone's faces like all shocked. And I agree, I was sitting in front of the TV like this for at least 10 minutes as Undertaker gets up as a big 21-1 was across the big screens, which really I really wanted to see a 22-0 across there, but 21-1. I mean, there were some rumors that Vince McMahon was interviewed after the match saying that Lesnar was not supposed to win. But, I mean, there could be scams out there could be not, but Undertaker lost through and through. Everyone's shocked, everyone disappointed, and that was that. But otherwise, a very great match, and we're all proud that Undertaker was one of our favorite wrestlers and one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, and got a standing ovation as he walked out. So, a good and bad moment at the same time. Alright, I know a lot of people don't care about this next one, but the Vicky Guerrero Divas Championship match. AJ Lee going into the match being the longest reigning Divas Champion of all time. Very disappointing because, I mean, I like AJ, but then I don't like her. I just don't like her attitude. But AJ ended up going out with a victory again, which, well, if you watched Raw the next night, I'll just tell it right now. Raw the next night, a new woman, named Paige came out and congratulated AJ, but AJ did not accept it and slapped Paige across the face, saying that she wanted to challenge Paige. And good match. Looked like AJ was going to win for a second, then kaboom, a finisher by Paige, and 1, 2, 3, Paige is the new Divas Champion. Alright, but back to WrestleMania. Yes, AJ walked out of WrestleMania Divas Championship. Alright, no one cared about that one, so on to the main event. Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton versus Batista. Triple threat match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Great match all in all. I mean, of course, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon had to interfere and try to screw up Daniel Bryan's dreams, but nope. Unsuccessful. Sorry. Daniel Bryan is the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. So I'm really glad that Daniel Bryan won. I mean, Randy Orton will always be one of my favorites, even though he is a heel and what he's done. Batista, well, I don't think anyone knows if he's a babyface or a heel, because I cheer for him because he is one of my favorites. And come on, everyone knew he was going to win the Royal Rumble. Get over it. Like he says, deal with it. Very good match. Very good match. A lot of action. Daniel Bryan being the winner, which is very, very awesome. So I'm proud of that. Very great moment for him. Greatest moment of all time for him. As confetti roared down from the stadium roof and fireworks all over the place. And boom, the end of WrestleMania 30. Overall, WrestleMania 30. Yes, probably one of the greatest WrestleManias ever. With a sold-out crowd of over 75,000 people. Yes, I really liked it. Even though I couldn't watch it on the WWE Network, I had to pay $60 to get it on pay-per-view, but it was definitely worth watching, all in all. So, very great WrestleMania. And one more thing. A lot of people were expecting Sting to drop down from the rafters at any moment. I was too. I mean, heck, I got my Sting shirt on right now. And he should show up at any time now. So, just to say that. Great WrestleMania. And thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe. Later.